Oh, shoot. Sorry, gang. I'll get it. I promise. Okay, let's see. Like that. Like that. Like cancel. Screen share. Screen share. There we go. Can you guys see that? Awesome. Hi, Renee. Thank you. Hi, Dr. Dean. How's everybody doing? Per usual, let's give everybody a couple minutes to join us. Everybody doing okay today? Yes. Oh, quiet. Oh, reverie, I see it. No. Hi, David. How goes? I think while we wait for people to stroll in, we'll give a couple more minutes. I just wanted to emphasize what David had said if you were in his session this morning. I really would not be here if I didn't feel this was the most supportive environment for traders collectively, both their own funds and funded traders. I've been through all the platforms, I believe, with the exception of a couple, but the most popular ones for sure. And I've been in mentor groups and rooms on Discord and all that for quite some time as well. And I will absolutely say, all 10 toes down, that this is the most supportive environment that I've experienced to date in this realm. And I'm coming from a family of mentors and coaches, and my dad built the University of Trading many moons ago on between the 3 exchanges in Chicago. So I will say, and my sister, my brother-in-law, they had a mentorship group as well as an offshoot of my dad's program. And I will say this again, in today's environment, this has been the most supportive so far for my growth and what I've seen for other traders. So if you're thinking about it, for sure, there's that discount. Renee, if you can repost for any funded plans, if you want to try that out, awesome. And there's, you know, all the different leaderships and the teachers that are affiliated with Pitbull and Mr. Step. I will absolutely support it 100%. I mean, I can't say enough. And this is not a sales pitch. This is truly how I feel. Okay. All right. So assuming everybody has entered the chat, welcome everybody. Today is 8/19. It is Wednesday. It's Markets and Mindset Day, 11 o'clock Central Time. Welcome to our ROs. I was laughing today when I was thinking about it. I'm like, why do I keep calling them repeat offenders? But it's such with endearment. So I hope you're okay with it. And anybody who's new, welcome, welcome, welcome. We usually start off with movement. Then we move into breath work. And then beyond that, we move into visualization and how it applies to our trading, and we pull it all together. Today's concept is actually proof of concept. David and I were talking as we have our weekly call, and he was saying to me, Dani, you know, with what you look at, you need proof of concept. And so he's like, dig a little bit deeper with what your strategy is and develop that proof of concept. And so I thought, well, gee, that's a magical concept in itself, because here we are every Wednesday working on ourselves and how it applies both within our trading and then outside our lives, outside of trading. And so we're going to get into all of that. So we start with the movement, but before we even do that today, I just want you to check in with yourselves. On a scale of 1 to 10, how grounded do you feel, or ungrounded? So 10 being definitely grounded, and 1 being ungrounded. So just take note of the number, quick off the top of your head. Okay. Now just go ahead and let that number go. Just take note. Okay. All right. So let's now move into our proof of concept. Yeah. Starting with movement. So how do we pull ourselves into the easiest, the path of least resistance, pause within our trading and outside our lives? We use movement first. Now, not in the order, but order of today of how we manage our class here on our sessions. But first, we start with movement. So how do we take that pause out of our heads, being so focused, listening to David, watching the numbers and the equidistant swings, all of that? How do we take a pause away from that? First, move. Okay, so let's get started. So go ahead and wiggle your toes. And if you can't feel the wiggle of your toes because your shoes are on, then take your shoes off. This is PG. This is just for you to connect with your body from toe to head. Okay, so go ahead and wiggle your toes or spread your toes and then contract your toes. Do that a couple times. And once you've done that a couple times, then go ahead and rotate your ankles one direction, then the other direction. And you can even pedal out your feet. When you pedal out your feet and you rotate your ankles and you spread your toes and contract your toes, this is also igniting the lymphatic system in the bottom half of your body, especially pumping blood flow into your calves, second heart, theoretically. And then if we move up the legs, then go ahead. If you're seated, even if you're standing too, you can kick out from your knee below. So just as if a doctor or someone were to tap your kneecap and your reflex. So just go ahead and swing your legs. Just do a couple kick outs. Now you're engaging the backs of your knees and the fronts of your knees, obviously, and even your quads. Maybe tapping into the inner child, saying hello, how fun this is, or you may be like, oh, this is so annoying. That's okay. You're still doing it, right? Then after a couple kickouts, why don't you take a figure 4? So cross your right ankle over your left thigh, just above your knee. You can see how that feels. And your knee may be raised or it may be flat in a traditional figure 4 as you're seated. You may need to adjust your seat, whether you're towards the edge or further back. Maybe you're on a couch. If you're standing, you can use the wall. But this is now to open up your hips. And then do it on the other side. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh, just above your knee. Always welcome breath as you do these movements. And sometimes you'll catch yourself, you may even need a bigger, longer breath while you're doing a specific movement. It just needs to move and stretch that area. Maybe perhaps that's an area where you carry more of your stress. So let's move it and we'll continue on. So maybe bring your knee into your chest as if you were to give yourself a little hug. So right knee, then left knee, maybe a couple rounds. And then you can release your legs to the floor, feet planted, if you can. We'll take a twist. So take your left hand to the outside of your right thigh, and then use your right hand behind you. And I want you to press up through your spine. So elongate your spine, and as if somebody think it's Geppetto, right? Puppeteer, Pinocchio. Yeah. Geppetto was just pulling you up, lengthening your spine, and then you can take a deeper twist. Your gaze can follow behind you as well. Whenever you're doing movements, as you move and you inhale, you can lengthen. And as you exhale, you can relax into the posture, into the movement. And release that, come back to center, take the other side. So reach your right hand to the outside of your left thigh, and your left hand behind you, lift up, then twist. Use your breath. Come back to center. So as we twisted through our torso, let's lengthen through our side body. All right, so reach your arms up to the sky. You can grab your right hand use your right hand to grab your left wrist, lengthen up, and then exhale, side stretch to the right. And take a couple rounds of breath here. This is probably my most favorite stretch. These are tools that you can use that are at your fingertips, right? No pun intended. When you need it, you just have to cue the body and the mind together in the moment that you need it, that you have it. Then come back to center and take the other side. Use your left hand to grab your right wrist, lift up, lengthen up, inhale, and then exhale, stretch over to the left side. And just be mindful of your body versus collapsing to the left, lengthen up and round. And if you're a Bikram person or a core power HPF person, or somebody who takes some form of hot yoga or regular yoga where they make the inference of reaching up and over a beach ball, that's the concept. And come back to center. Shake out your arms a little bit. And then go ahead, let's do some chest stretches and back stretches. So rest your fingertips behind your ears, behind your head even, but very gentle rather than clasping. Keep them wide, keep your elbows wide. And I want you to inhale, open up, and then exhale, round through your shoulders and your elbows. And they don't have to meet together. This is just to get the motion of opening up your heart center and then expanding through your backside body. Take a couple rounds. You can even goalpost your arms if you want. Yeah, we'll start there. And then release your arms by your sides. You can give your shoulders a couple shrugs up and down, and then down and around one direction, and the other direction. I don't know about you, but my shoulders are like, so I always know when I hear that noise in my body that my body is absolutely grateful for me doing the work, taking the moment to unwind any kind of stress, or whether it's eustress, good stress, or distress, right? That I put on my body, maybe through my thoughts, my behaviors, but certainly the reward is opening up and moving that energy. You're proving that concept, right? The concept of movement, to taking a pause to move your body. The body makes noises and says, oh gosh, thanks. Here's some more space. I needed that. Okay, so arms, you could just swing your arms. This is Qigong and Tai Chi. You've seen it, I'm sure, on your social media, but it is So rewarding. You can feel it. Just you can swing one arm at a time or both together or opposite direction. Just feel that momentum, right? So we're unwinding all this tension that we accumulate, whether we know it or not, sitting at our desk in the same position, holding the mouse, focus on our hotkeys, all that tension that comes from our fingertips all the way up to our shoulders and our heart and then the rest of our body. So unwind it. Give yourself permission to unwind this, all of it. And whether you have other careers as well as trading, I don't know how you behave in those careers, but maybe it's a hands-on work. Maybe it's more so you're in a field where it's tactical. Just help your body out. And as we come to our forearms, go ahead and reach your right arm out. You can take your left hand to your fingertips and just go ahead and stretch back. You can flip your hand, flip your arm, and do it the other side. Right. Once you finished with that, go ahead and expand and contract. I realize we've done this so many times now with our toes, and I actually visually show you with my hands, but I never ask you to do it with your hands. So go ahead and contract and expand your fingertips. And sometimes I just like to just tug at all my fingers, PG folks, just to move that blood. As I find sometimes when I'm so focused, I literally can lift my hand off the mouse. My hand is literally in this position. So it's so important just to relax your hands and your fingertips. And whether you do it or don't do it, similar as I do it, it's okay. These are tools for you for if you were to come across an instance, you have this in your back pocket. It's movement in your body. And today I put it in the worksheet so you guys can follow along. And lastly, let's gently stretch our neck. You've done it before with me. For those who are ROs, new people, gently take your right hand to the left side of your head and just go ahead and guide your right ear to your right shoulder. And then go ahead and turn your gaze down. You'll have an opportunity to stretch your vagus nerve and your SEM, big, big, big muscles and nerves within that center. And then bring your head back to center and go ahead and take your left hand to the outside of your right side of your head. Gently guide your left ear to your left shoulder. And then turn your head. And then go ahead and release that stretch. Come back to center and take note. How grounded or ungrounded do you feel having moved from your toes to your head? Just taking that moment to pause. Right? This is a proof of concept. Knowing that once you get into those challenging moments or the moments where you feel you need a break, by the time we verbally say we need a break, we're far past the moment where we actually needed the break. At that point, we're almost to the point of depletion. Same concept as dehydration. When you say I'm thirsty, you're dehydrated, right? But you're past that point. So go ahead, take note. How do you feel on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being ungrounded, 10 being grounded? Do you feel different than before when we first started? Okay, hopefully, we've proved that Movement is a tool, a rewarding tool for you, validating tool, a tool you can trust for yourself that when you need it, you use it. You can use it. It's here for you. Okay. All right. So let's take the movement into our breath work. Different type of tool. Today we're going to go with box breathing. So for those of you who are familiar with it, hang tight. For those who are new to it, it's where you inhale for a specific count. You hold your breath for a specific count, same count. Then you exhale for a count, same count. And then you hold it. So you're making a box with your breath. Okay, so today we're going to use 4 counts. So 4 on the inhale, 4 on the hold, 4 on the exhale, 4 on the hold. We'll do it a round of 4 times, and then I'll let you go for a couple minutes on your own. Okay, so just this 4. All right, so why don't you get yourselves ready, find your comfortable seat, feet grounded on the floor, flat on the floor. And just notice your hip structure. If you're leaning forward a little bit, as humans, we tend to do it. So go ahead and shift your shoulders back to stack over your hips. Drop your shoulders down. Lengthen through your neck. Imagine puppeteer. And then tilt your chin just a little bit down towards your chest so you feel more length in that back side of your neck. And close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale it out. 2 more times. Breathe in and exhale it out. 1 more time. Breathe in and exhale it out. Okay, come back to your normal breath. Again, we're going to run through 4 rounds of box breathing with 4 counts. So inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second round, inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Third round, inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Final round. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a rest. Let it all go. Great job. Just allow what comes up to come up. Maybe it's some random thought. Not so random. You just gave yourself a pause to check in and to really see what's between the constants of your thoughts. All right, so I'm going to give you the next 2 minutes to do the box breath on your own. Now you can use a different count structure. Just make sure that it's even across all sides, right? So even on your inhale to the hold, to the exhale, to the hold. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes. It's 11:25. So at 11:27, I'll bring it out, okay? Go ahead and start. This is giving you an opportunity to trust yourself in another method of offering yourself a pause. And so when things get challenging, or maybe when you've overexerted yourself, not even in a challenging way, but just in a positive way, but you need a break and you need to take a pause. You can come to your breath, whether it's longer inhales, whether it's short inhales to longer exhales, whether it's box breathing. It's a tool to validate that you have and can trust yourself to take a pause. Or you can let that go. So just take a deep breath in through your nose, fill up your chest, fill up your entire body, fill up all the way, and then exhale, side out, big open mouth, exhale out. Good job. Okay, with your eyes closed, let's go ahead and just take note. How do you feel now? All right, we're using the scale to prove our concept of our ability to trust ourselves to take a pause. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being ungrounded to 10 being grounded, how do you feel? Is it any different than when you started, than when you did the movement, and then now used your breath? Right? Some days you may use one tool, some days you may use all tools. Maybe it's just every Wednesday you come and use all three. And the third tool we'll move through is a body scan. And typically I do toe to head, but today let's do head to toe. Okay, so with your eyes closed, just go ahead and check in what's happening with your scalp. Go ahead, and if there's any tension that exists within your scalp right now, go ahead and relax your scalp. And notice what happens as a trickle-down effect. So even as I'm cueing it to you guys, I said scalp, my scalp immediately knows to relax. And then I feel it in my lower back. Interesting. So that cues me, okay. Check in with my forehead, check in with your forehead and your eyebrows and all the muscles around your eyes. Invite them to soften. And your cheeks. As they relax, just notice if they give way to allowing your jaw to drop just a little bit. So your teeth no longer are stuck clenched together, but they open up. So there's a tiny space between your top teeth and your bottom teeth. Your tongue gets to relax, so it moves away from the roof of your mouth. And your ears, check in with your ears. Identifying with any tension that's left within the body, without any judgment, with full acceptance and all your love, just checking in, seeing how your body exists today in this moment. And go ahead and relax your shoulders further away from your ears. Notice what that does to your neck muscles. It allows them to release as well, which opens up your vocal cords, gives way to your ability to speak your truth. And go ahead and relax your chest, your upper back. Go ahead and relax your lungs, your ribs. And sometimes we don't even notice how we engage all our muscles within our torso when we're so intently focused on what we're doing. So this gives yourself an opportunity to just chill out those tendons and ligaments, and even the blood flow is constricted. And sometimes a good way, and not such a great way. Go ahead and release your stomach, your lower back, front, side, back, your hips, your glutes, your groin, your quads, your hamstrings. Tune into how your knees feel, and the backs of your knees. Your shins, your calves, your ankles, tops of your feet, the bottoms of your feet, your toes. And from there, just tune back up to your hands, your wrists, and your hands, and your fingertips. And just imagine diamond-shaped light around your body. And in this diamond-shaped light, it's just a white cleansing light. Allow it to be porous, so it flows, energy flows in and out of the light in this diamond shape. You're allowed to let go of nothing and anything that does not serve you, and bring in and fill your body with all the goodness. And all your wants, your goals. And while you're in this state of mind, go ahead and bring to mind what confidence means to you. Again, there's no right or wrong here. This is your opinion, how it feels within your body and how you think about it for yourself, your authentic self. And then bring to mind your definition of commitment. And what does that mean? Perhaps the meaning comes from your environment of trading. And what does that mean? Or maybe it means something even deeper or wider, not so much deeper, but wider. So across the board, to your life, to your loved ones. And then go ahead and bring to mind the definition, your definition of consistency. And so all these aspects are aspects of proof of concept. So with proof of concept, we get to validate and begin to trust further. The aspects are even deeper. It builds our confidence. It allows us to commit at a deeper level as we continue to see consistency in reward, bigger than a monetary reward. Just go ahead and take some time and allow that to ruminate in your mind and in your body and see how that feels. because the work comes from the pause. It starts here first. Right? So when we pause through movement, through breath work, through meditation, we get the opportunity to rest, restore, and sometimes we're just so depleted we need to sleep when we take a pause. And that is okay. That is a great way to pause. So then we get to restore. We even give ourselves the opportunity to reroute. So as we talk about it in the trading environment, if we're stuck, and you've seen it, I've showed it to you, the biggest challenge for me is to reroute my direction when I've taken more than 3 attempts at a level. I need to reroute myself. And the reroute comes from taking a pause, whether it's a breath, whether it's closing my eyes, whether it's a timeout. But that's where the work comes from. The pause also allows us to reconnect with ourselves, our most authentic selves. What's most important with the pause is then our ability to respond to a circumstance, whether it be trading inside our trading environment or externally, versus react. Right? Never with an act of haste. It's an opportunity for us to say, okay, this is how I'm going to respond. This is what I'm going to need. This is what I'm going to say. It gives you an opportunity to process the next move, your next move. And again, this pause allows us to connect deeper to ourselves as we commit to a strategy, to ourselves, to provide us a proof of concept, of consistency, to validate so that we can trust our process. Okay. I want you to just take a moment and sit with what I've just said for a couple minutes. What resonates most with you? And what you can leave behind. And in this pause state, can you bring to mind one thing that is taking most of your energy, rather than igniting you with energy? So for me, I would have to say, I gave you options on the worksheet. Keep your eyes closed. So I say, looking at screens after hours, outside of prep hours. All right. So something like poor sleep, something over trading, stealing your energy. And you know that it's not good for you. You know that it doesn't work for you, but yet you still do it for whatever reason. And in this pause state, you can actually acknowledge, okay, this is really something that is not serving. And now I'm going to take action. And I'll get to that in a second. For me, I will say for sure an energy suck for me is 100% my screen time after hours. So sometimes I like to trade at night, and it just is a time suck. I mean, sometimes I'm profitable and sometimes I'm not, but it really doesn't give me a time to rest, be with our family, and that needs to be cut out, and it has, but I'm just giving it to you as an example. But now on the flip side, think of all the beautiful things that give you energy. So going for walks, hanging out with your loved ones, being of service, following your plan. Okay, so I'm taking you towards a space that now we've moved through this pause to do the deeper work, to get to the nitty-gritty so that you're ready to take action. Because while I would love to say that meditation and movement and body scans and breath work are all you need, I would love to say that, but they're a component to help you build your proof of concept, because the other half is taking action. Right, so as you look at, to start, what is taking energy away from you, acknowledging it, and if you were to remove it, what would you fill it with? Right, so when we take away negative habits or habits that no longer serve us, we have to fill that space with something positive. Now that we've worked through the pause and built our trust and proof of concept with tools like movement and meditation and body scans and breath work, we get into the proof of concept of our method, our strategy. Okay, so I've asked you on the worksheet to list your plan, list your strategy for only you. Only you will see it. But instead, right now, here in this moment, just go ahead and bring it to mind. What is your strategy? What is your execution like? What are your A+ trades? What is your risk management? You're looking at your method for your proof of concept. So listen, you're already at the place where you trust yourself, that you've done work for yourself to get into space to be clear enough to get down to the nitty-gritty of what is about your strategy that you need. And sometimes we don't know exactly what we need, but as you heard from David, there are mentors out there. You know, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When the teacher is ready, the student will appear. So if you think you need something, maybe just note in your mind, I think I need help with XYZ. Right? You're proving to yourself that your concept and your method is going to provide consistency for you that allow you to trust yourself to commit to execution of the strategy, whether it's your strategy or somebody that has provided their proof of concept for over years, over time, and you're adopting it in your way or adapting. And then bring to mind any actions that you need to move forward with, that you have yet done. Listen, I do these exercises. I'm doing these exercises myself. I would not ask you to do these things if I didn't think it was necessary. Whether now, today, tomorrow, years from now, whether you put yourself in a mentor situation where you're the mentor or the coach, and expecting these things of your mentees. So what actions do you need to take to follow through with your commitment and your strategy to provide that trust, that validation of your proof of concept? And the last proof of concept that I want to go through is yourself, right? This is the ultimate proof of concept that you can bring yourself back day after day trading and or in your life. You show up. You show up to these sessions on Wednesdays. You show up to your mentor sessions. You don't blow them off. You don't cancel. You don't come in late. You show up every day. Whether it's a win, whether it's a loss, whether it's just an opportunity to show up and realize how truly confident and committed that you are to yourself. I want you to sit with that for about 3 minutes. There was a lot that was discussed today. There was a lot that we moved today. And just check in. Did anything come to mind? Were you able to create space between your thoughts enough to bring what needed to surface to help you create more consistency, to validate your strategy? Sometimes the best aha moments are given to us in the pause. Again, you have to take action on them. That we utilize such actions as movement, breath work, meditation to help us trust ourselves further to making the bigger steps. Just one more minute here. I'd like to come and invite you to come back into the pit room. If your mind has ventured out, your body has ventured out, bring it back and start to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingertips, take a big stretch. Definitely take a big breath in through your nose and exhale it out. Do that 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last one, fill up from head to toe to fingertip. Breathe in all sides of your body, fill up, and then big open mouth. Exhale, let it go. Gently, softly, slowly open your eyes. Welcome yourself back to your office, to your kitchen, wherever you're at. Hopefully you're not driving. Thank you so much for coming today and doing the work. As always, the work is on tradeanchors.com. Let's see, tradeanchors.com. It is free. You click on the tool suite. It'll pop up and it's timed. So the top half, if you're new here, they're just quick links. The bottom, as you scroll down, there will always be a banded teal card. That is the most recent card. So today's session, you click on that and here's your session, all the information we went through, fill in the blanks and scans, and talks a little bit further of what we addressed today. And then of course, I think we have yet to confirm, but I was going to launch the Funded Path Institute in September. I think we need to push it out a little bit more. So if anybody's interested, it is a 9-week course. It breaks down the actual funded path for a trader. It a little bit of what we do on Wednesdays and a lot more. So if you have any questions, let me know. I believe, Renee, yes, you did. Thank you for listing all the specials for if you're interested in purchasing a funded program or funded evaluation account. And if you have any questions, you can message me, you can email me, message me through the portal. Does anybody have any questions? No? You guys good? Did you fall asleep? Okay. All right. Well, I will leave you here. I know, right? It's so easy to. And you're most welcome. Thank you, Dr. Dean. Thanks for showing up. I used to tell clients, and it's hard for me to not tell you guys either, but when you say thank you, I'm so grateful for you guys to show up. But most importantly, I hope that you can go look yourselves in the mirror and thank yourselves, because the most important piece is you showing up. And so for you. So thank you so much. Infinite gratitude. We will see you next week. Any questions, let me know. Appreciate you so much. Take care. Bye-bye. Let's see how to do this.